Hey, Jack. How you doing this afternoon? Well, I'm doing some uni work. Cool. I'm stuck home at the moment. Hey, Smoke 2020. I've just had my consultation with the doc about my pain. And as I thought, it's a trapped sciatic nerve. And no, the pain is not. Anyway, he's prescribed me with some kind of nerve pain relief type medicine, which I'll have to start taking tonight. Hi, Donald. Apparently it makes you drowsy, so I guess I'll be staying indoors, no driving. He said it should ease on its own, but it can take up to 6 weeks, which is very worrying. But hopefully it won't. Hopefully it'll ease off before then. Once it eases somewhat, I'll start doing some exercises and stretching and that kind of thing. I hope so. We'll see if I agree with it. You know, some medications you just don't get on with, so hopefully it'll be okay. Hey, Clayton. I'm not really sure what it's called. He gave me a long-barreled name, but it certainly ended in a teen at the end, as they all do. But we'll find out later on this afternoon, probably, what it's called. Currently smoking my Red Reef egg, LCS egg, and I'm smoking some vanilla cream. Vanilla cream is really becoming one of my favorite tobaccos. Hey, Leffa. You broke your neck. Flipping Nora, Clayton. Mark in Rhode Island. How you doing? Good morning, Hamoud. How are you? So this vanilla cream, I'll have to do another video on this vanilla cream. It's really good stuff. I was never an aromatic fan. Well, I was right at the beginning when I first started smoking a pipe, but after that, when I moved over to Latakia blends and then to Virginia blends, vapors and things like that. Hey, Tim. I would never have believed that I'd be so into aromatics, but this is an exceptionally good quality aromatic, this vanilla cream. Really good. For some reason here in the UK, you can't get it in the tins anymore. Hey, Smokin'. You can't get it in the tin. You can only get pouches, and I don't like pouches generally. I try to avoid them when I can. So I'm going to try and get somebody to buy them for me in the tin from America. Yeah, vanilla cream is really good. It's got an unusual quality in that you're really €5. Nah, from where? Oh, I didn't see your previous message. You got some Bruno Flake. Nice, an old one. That's lovely. That kind of thing, in the past, I would have kept that and tried to maybe just keep it as an investment. But nowadays, I'm enjoying the older stuff. I'm slowly opening up the older tins, and I'm just enjoying it. I've just taken some meds, not the stuff from the doctor, but I'm just waiting for it to kick in. Just the pain is really debilitating. It's like I've got two main areas that it hurts. One is on basically my butt cheek, where the bone is, and the other one is like behind the knee, just above the knee and behind the knee. Absolutely killing. I'm literally shifting around in my chair. I can't keep still from the pain. Breaking news. Pfizer vaccine shown to be 90% effective. Cool. Bit early to say though. Right, let's get this box going. So this is a box which it's quite a sizable box, which has come all the way from the States. I asked Josh Pipe Grump. There was a couple of, recently I did some videos when I was making a pipe. Not the very last one. Hi Josh. Not the very last video, but the one before that. And the stand that I was using was vibrating all over the place. And so I looked online, and actually Josh Pipe Grump, he found a pipe stand online on Amazon. So I looked for it, but for some reason it was only available in the US. So Josh very kindly ordered me a couple, and they finally arrived. So that should mean that I'll be able to get some more live videos going. I know a lot of people enjoy them. And if I've got decent stands, I don't have to worry about the phone and get distracted while I'm trying to work. There's Josh's logo, one of the best logos on the YTPC, if you ask me. Right, this is a fairly weighty, sizable box, so let's get into it. Okie dokie. So that's one of the stands. The most important thing about these stands is that they've got to be rigid. If they're not rigid, then they're basically a waste of time. So hopefully, it looked like a rigid setup, so hopefully it will be. So we've got two of them so that we can have them at various vantage points. Ooh, a bonus. Thank you very much, Josh. 100-gram tin of golden sliced. Awesome. Can't go wrong with a tin of OGS. Thank you very, very much. But the main attraction, a stack of pipe and tobacco magazines. Hey, Rocking Steady. Haven't got that one. 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 Got that one. Haven't got that one. Wow, that's awesome. That is fantastic. Just one of them I've got, the rest I haven't got. Josh, you just made my day. Absolutely made my day, Josh. Because although I've got plenty to do, but even though I'm stuck at home at the moment, but still, I absolutely love reading anything relating to pipe tobacco, to pipes, pipe smoking, anything at all. So Josh, you're my new BBF. You were anyway, you know that. Let's have a look at one of these. it comes with wall mounts. I mean, that's already something. That feels pretty robust. That's good. I mean, this already is something worth having, because this I can mount this onto a standard tripod as well. So that's good. Now, the main event. Let's have a look. Pipes and Cigars in France. How you doing? Okay, so that is going to get screwed to the wall. Oh, very good. Basically, you can see this is ratcheted. So once that's ratcheted, you know that's going to be as solid as a rock. Once you tighten it, that's not going anywhere. And it's pivoted in 1, 2, 3 places. So that means angles are going to be a doddle. And it goes that way as well. Fantastic. Josh, this should be absolutely perfect. I'm going to get those as soon as I get into the workshop. As soon as I feel okay to do that, I'm going to get these placed. And, you know, just a couple of screws. I can always move them around if I need to. My whole garage is lined with wood, so I can very easily locate these. I think these are going to be great, Josh. Awesome. So you can expect to see more live videos in the workshop. To tell you the truth, I'm going to be in the workshop for quite a while now anyway, soon in the next few days, because my my daughter's having a baby soon, and so they're moving in here. So my grandson, their firstborn, is actually going to be occupying this room here, this office, because we're a bit tight on space. So I've got to first fumigate this room, air it out to make sure it's no tobacco residues, and then I'm going to be moving out. I mean, I'll be here in the afternoons, I'll be able to work at my desk, but at night time at least I'll be out in the garage freezing my nuts off, basically. Let's get this lit again. Jack, this this vaccine you're talking about is in the States, or where is this? Or here? Yeah, this stuff here is CBD. It's not weed per se. This is CBD, but I didn't. I tried 2 or 3 puffs of it and I didn't enjoy it. It's not for me. All in good time, Donald. All in good time. In the next couple of weeks, hopefully, all being well. Yeah, I've got a heater. I do have a heater in there, which actually works very well. Again, Josh, thank you very much for the magazines. I can't thank you enough. It's I really, really enjoy reading that. That magazine in particular, it's such a shame that it went away, the Pipe and Tobacco. Such a well-produced magazine. I guess that's partly the reason why it went away, is because it was probably quite expensive to produce. Yeah, my 25-year-old, one of my boys, he brought this. He's been telling me for a while now. Once when I started getting the pains, he said, "Just try it." And I'm a bit old-fashioned, a bit straight-laced, and I just didn't want to. In my mind, even though it's completely permissible here, it's legal. It's not marijuana as such. It's CBD. It hasn't got the other stuff in it. I don't know the names. Tim's the expert. But the other stuff which makes you sort of high is not in this. But I did try a little bit of it, and I don't know, my whole face got flushed and I started to feel a little bit iffy. It's not for me. I just don't enjoy that kind of thing. THC, yeah. I need to stand up. My butt's hurting me. There you go, bird's eye view. So every so often I've just got to relieve the pressure and stand up, so it just relieves it a bit. One thing I will say that you guys in the States, you're very passionate about your politics. I posted, I saw Joe Biden's video, his speech the other night, and Kamala Harris's speech. And I thought it was a very well-made speech. I'm not talking about the politics of it, just I thought they both spoke very passionately. And they just came across very well. So I did a post on my Instagram page saying exactly that. Politics aside, I thought they spoke well. Man, you should see the responses I got. Not just to me, but people were interacting with each other, kind of having their own discussion. But really, people get really quite aggressive. I just had a consultation this morning with a doctor, and he's prescribed me some stuff which should help. I should be getting those later on today. Hopefully it will ease the pain. It's specifically for nerve pain, so hopefully that will help. Pipe sale has gone quite well so far. I think nearly half the pipes have sold, which is a huge relief, because photography is dead in the water at the moment, and I'm not really making any pipes at the minute, so I decided to put up that sale just to get some money coming in, and it's gone quite well. I did put up quite a few of my sort of valuable pipes, my Stanwell pipes of the year, which needs must, as they say. And at the end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta do. Rocking Steady, if you just have a look at the video and look at the description down below, there's a whole list of pipes, and whichever is sold has got sold against it. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I don't mind getting into a bit of a debate, Smoke 2020. I'm okay with that. As long as people don't get personally aggressive, I'm okay with that. I enjoy it. I enjoy exercising the grey cells. I'm no expert on politics. I'll readily admit that. I say that all the time as a caveat. I don't want people to think that anything I say is based on any knowledge, on any depth of knowledge when it comes to politics. That's one topic which I don't do very well. But what I tend to talk about is the people themselves, their characters. And to me, at the end of the day, there obviously is a little grey cells, indeed, Mark, in Rhode Island. One has to, you know what they say, that if pipe smokers would run the world, the world would be a better place, right? Having said that, all those people who saw my post, they're all pipe smokers. So, well, I don't know if they all are. I've got a fair, decent number of followers on Instagram. I think I must be about 6,500 followers on Instagram. I can't believe they're all pipe smokers. It's possible. My Instagram is Smoky Sim. Smoky_Sim. What I like about this vanilla cream is that it's quite a chunky mix, but you also get little broken flakes in there. Like that. And when you smoke it, yes, you get a nice vanilla hit. And vanilla is quite an inoffensive aroma. Now you see you get these nice chunky bits of flake. And so there's plenty of Virginia in there. So even though aromatics don't generally age that well, but this one is from July 2018, and it's fantastic. In my opinion, it's different to standard American vanilla. The American aromatics generally tend to be heavily sort of cased burley tobacco. So you might have burley Cavendish, maybe a bit of Virginia. But this stuff, I'd actually, let me have a look what it consists of. I would imagine it's Virginia Burley Cavendish as well, but there's clearly a lot of Virginia in there. It's black Cavendish and Virginia. Wow, I thought there'd be Burley in there. No wonder I like it. I don't like Burleys. Thank you, 2020. It's just a really good tobacco. You get a tobacco flavour in there, and it's just, it's not artificial. Most of the American style aromatics have an artificial flavour to them. They have that alcohol-y, metallic-y kind of flavour, and a lot of them are quite sort of sticky and goopy. It depends which. If you get some of the LJ Perettis and some of the Boswells actually, some of them can be a little bit sticky. I mean, I used to really enjoy the Boswell aromatics. Nowadays, I'm not so sure. I mean, I haven't really tried them recently. I used to really like No Bite Delight. I've still got some of that left from the early days from 2016. I wonder what it tastes like now, if it keeps well or not. This is the loose one, but it does have some little broken flakes in there. I don't think I've tried the flake version. I don't know, but I'd imagine that the flake version is I find with a lot of aromatics, the difference between the loose and the flake is that the flake sometimes is not as aromatic-y. Because it really depends on the process. It depends on when they add the flavouring. Some of the flake tobaccos that you buy, they add the flavouring after it's already in a cake. So if you imagine that if you've got a cake, and even sometimes after it's cut into flakes, they spray it with a flavouring. So it's not going to get inside as much as a loose cut, which is turned and probably tumbled and mixed after it's had the spray of flavouring. So it's probably going to be a richer aromatic if it's a loose cut, I would imagine. And although I generally prefer flakes because I can prepare them myself how I like them. But this actually is a very, very good cut. It's not too loose, it's not a ribbon, it's something in between with those extra bit of flakes in there. It just, the humidity of this is also perfect. I don't know what a more modern tin would be. This is from 2018. I opened it maybe a month or two ago. So I don't know what the humidity is like on the more modern ones, but, well, modern, this is a modern one, but a fresh tin, I should say. I don't know what the humidity is like, but this is literally, you could take it out of the jar and load your pipe. I haven't had the golden leaf, no. Yeah, if you want to try an aromatic mark, I would certainly recommend this one. I would also recommend Solani's Blend 131. I like that a lot as well. But that one is actually a heavier aromatic than this. That's a whiskey, single malt whiskey topped tobacco. More of a classic loose cut tobacco with the black and blonde kind of colouring. A very good, if you really fancy a nice treat, a whiskey blast. It's the purest flavouring that I've ever had of a whiskey tobacco. I've had several, but this one really does taste like a malt whiskey. It's really very good, but it's heavier than this. I find it's heavier than this. It's richer. It's got a fuller aromatic on it. But if you like aromatics, if you want to change from all the Virginias, and these are great. I definitely feel my palate has changed recently. And no doubt it will change again. But for now, Vapors and Virginias, I'm not smoking so much. I'm smoking aromatics more. I find that I smoke a Latakia in the morning. Some people it's completely the opposite. Some people prefer to smoke a Latakia later in the day as a last smoke, a heavier smoke. But I actually find I enjoy a bowl of Northwoods with a coffee in the morning. But I find now that aromatics, I don't know if it's the medication that I've been on for the last few days, but I've just not fancied any of the tobaccos that I regularly smoke. But the aromatics I'm enjoying. So, I don't know. I would imagine that the medication does change your metabolism or your chemical sort of makeup. It's definitely affected my appetite. It depends on which Latakia you have, Mark. It depends on the blend. Scottish Autumn Flake, would I say you should get some if you can? It depends if you like it or not, Jack. It's very hard to say. It's a very smooth, lightweight kind of Virginia with a little bit of a flavouring. It's some people might say it's quite monotonous, quite linear, but I enjoy it. I think it's a good lightweight, anytime kind of smoke. I managed to get a couple extra tins, but I enjoy it. So when I could get some, I got some. I got onto when I heard that it was going away, I got onto my smoking shop. They had 4 tins left. I ordered the 4 tins, and then when it came to the actual order, I only got 2, and they credited me 2. Obviously, they decided either to just spread it around so other people could get some, or maybe they discovered that they didn't have 4 after all. Either way, whatever the case is, I got 2 tins. And I think I had 1 or 2 still in the cellar, so I've got maybe 3, maybe 4 tins, plus an open jar. So it's plenty for me to dip into every so often whenever I fancy it. But I am trying to find somebody to get me some vanilla cream. It's as I say, there's only the pouches here. On GQ Tobaccos, they're only 40 gram pouches. It's interesting in America how the pricing varies wildly. I went into Boswell's website. The 100 gram tin of the vanilla cream is $18, which is it's about half the price. Here you pay about 13 or 15 pounds for 50 grams. And the 3.5 ounce tins in America, those are 100 grams. So it's roughly half the price. However, you go on 4 noggins, Four Noggins has them at $11, which is an absolute steal. I think that Boswell's, depending on which state you're in, I guess the taxes. I think Boswell's had an increase in tax, so they've had to increase their prices. So hopefully somebody will be getting me some. I've sent a message to somebody out there. I hope I'll be able to get a few tins of it. I would have ordered them from Four Noggins myself, but the shipping is just crippling. Their shipping used to be really good, and now the cheapest one is about $60, which is just crazy. So it's cheaper for me to get somebody to buy it, pay for their shipping, and pay for the shipping from there to here. So the shipping from Four Noggins to them, and then from them to me, is still cheaper, I think, if I do it that way. And it's probably less likelihood of me getting nabbed by customs that way as well. I've had an order from Estival's, but their vanilla cream is about €18, I think, for the 100-gram tin. If you're buying just one or two tins, then I wouldn't recommend buying it from America. It just doesn't make sense with the shipping. But if you're buying half a dozen tins, then it starts to make sense. McBarenboim, what's that? Yes, McBaron vanilla cream. I need to stand up again. Yeah, the autocorrect is a right pain in the butt. I mean, Germany is a good location to order from. If you get a website which has got a reasonable price, then at the moment, and I would say as well that get your orders in, because once we hit December, the new year, I have no idea what the customs situation is going to be. So if you're buying from Europe, I would say buy it as soon as you can. I think Estival's will also ship to the United States, if I'm not mistaken. I'm fairly sure I've heard people saying that they've got some from the United States. Nice white ash. That's a good quality tobacco. Tobacco, as Per Jansen would say. Right, where's my ashtray? As usual, I'm sure it's staring me in the face. Not that one, but my pipe one. Here we are. Let's get rid of some of the ash. Hasico, yeah, 50 grams for $9.50. That's not bad. I might try them again. I think I have had a look at the Hasico website in the past, but I don't think I've ever actually made an order from them. This tamper I got recently, made from Tampa. If I'm the same guy, I've ordered a pipe. He's done me a custom order, a commission, meerschaum pipe, and with a nice little twist, a nice little touch. I should get that in a few days. I'm looking forward to that. I'm not a huge meerschaum smoker, but we'll see how this one turns out. It's like a rusticated apple shape with a twist. So what are you guys smoking at the moment, or are you guys sitting at your desk moonlighting? Josh is at work. So I assume you've got a Bluetooth earpiece in your ear, Josh? Dental tools at work. Interesting. My father, in his young days, he was a dental apprentice. He was a dental mechanics apprentice. Probably something similar to what you're doing there. Special Latakia flake. Great tobacco. Are you on lockdown in France? I'm for a black with GLP's triple play. I haven't had either of those. Is the black Cavendish flavoured? I've never had the plum cake. What flavour has he got there smoking? So how have you approached the lockdown generally in France? Do you sort of enjoy it as a holiday, or is it a pressure for you not to be at work? Do you get furloughed? Do you get paid? I was sitting in a restaurant a few days ago with my wife before the lockdown started, and there was two girls sitting on the table next to us, and I saw one of them basically they were looking at their phone, and Boris Johnson had just announced the lockdown, and one of them basically went, "Boris has just announced the lockdown, yes!" So she was quite happy to be off work, obviously. Shipwright's mixture, which one is that a match for? I don't know. Is that for Elizabethan? Hey, Badger Ash. Has there been a furlough scheme in France at all? Until they run out of what? TP? Was that pipe tobacco? Oh, Tobacco Pipes magazine, maybe? Oh, toilet paper. AM cigar. Well, when it comes to toilet paper, I've told my wife since the last lockdown is just to buy one extra packet each time we buy. We do shopping on a weekly basis. So rather than doing the whole lockdown spiel and going out and clearing the shelves, just told her to buy one extra packet each time. So we've got a reasonable stock. There's no timekeeping here, Badger. Actually, come whenever it suits you. Top of the morning to you too, Governor. And it's the same, Josh, with my tobacco. I'm not really buying much tobacco, but any tobacco that I'm buying, it's just the few that I really, really want to make sure that I've got a stock of. So I've recently topped up on Northwoods, which should be arriving today. I had to pay tax on that one as well. And I want to get some of that vanilla cream. I've got a reasonable stock of All It Golden Sliced, and another one, courtesy of Josh. I reckon that I've now kind of really sort of honed in on what my 3 top tobaccos. If I had to desert island tobaccos, you know, every so often you get asked that question. If you had to choose a tobacco, I can't really choose a single tobacco, but I can choose a tobacco per genre, and that's for Latakia blends. It would definitely be Northwoods. For Virginia or Vapor, it would be All It Golden Sliced. And for aromatic, I think of late I've really now turned to vanilla cream, even over the 131. So those would be the 3 that I'd go for. So those are the ones that I'm kind of stocking up, slowly adding to my cellar. I've got a fair stock of Dunhill tobaccos, which I bought before Dunhill went out, before they changed the name to Peterson. Hey Chris. And I think I'll probably enjoy those when they've got more age. I mean, they've all got a couple of years age already, because Dunhill stopped producing. When did they stop? I think they stopped around 2016. They were still selling in 2017. They hadn't officially gone out, but I think towards the end of 2017 they announced. But they had already stopped producing before that. So any Dunhill tin that you've got now is going to have 2.5 years of age, at least, if not more. So the Dunhill Flake, for instance, the last time I tried it, I didn't enjoy it that much. I found it a bit bland. But that was a jar which wasn't nice from the beginning, so I don't know. I used to really like it in the early days. It was very smooth, easygoing, and before I went to 9mm and I had trouble with tongue bite, I kind of just about managed to smoke a little bit of Dunhill Flake. So with a bit of time, perhaps that will improve. And of course, Dunhill Navy Rolls, a firm favourite. So that's aging nicely. I mean, that ages beautifully, the Navy Rolls. It just gets a nice, rich, fruity, like a deep, plummy kind of flavour. So the longer that stays, I'm happy. And a reasonable amount of McClellan tobacco, which, funnily enough, I'm not that into at the moment. I'm not into that McClellan flavour at the moment so much. I smoke it. I had some 40th the other day, which I enjoyed, but it's not. I don't have a hankering for it. The Ye Old Sign, I may have tried a bowl once. I probably didn't enjoy it, I don't think. But you know, everything changes all the time. Yeah, I guess as a waiter, that's going to be tough if the restaurants are closed. Royal Yacht. I did have when Tor Imports came to visit the Pipe Club of London. They're the company that makes the Sheraton tobacco. Yeah, that's the end of that bowl. That's what's left of the bowl. That's pretty good. Smoked it right to the bottom. So when I have had Royal Yacht in the past and didn't enjoy it, but when Tor Imports came and visited the Pipe Club of London, they bought samples of the whole range of Chariton tobacco, and I tried their version of the Royal Yacht, and I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. I do have some early morning pipes, but I haven't smoked it in a very long time. I tried it in very early days, and at the time you know, I didn't enjoy it, but that doesn't mean anything. I really had no experience with pipe tobacco when I tried it, so I really ought to give it another try, I guess. Did I, Josh? I don't recall. I'll have to look back at that. Do you recall if I enjoyed it or not? I think age on a tobacco is a really crucial thing. It plays such a great part in tobacco. If you look at the tins, the lids up here on my display, see, I don't like birdie tobacco. This tin of birdie from the 70s, I actually quite enjoy it. I've still got a fair bit of it left in a jar. I enjoy that from time to time. This mature Virginia, okay, that's Virginia, which I recently managed to get a pound bag of that, and I'm enjoying that every so often. But that particular batch to me seems a little bit bland. Navy Rolls, can't go wrong with it, can't go wrong with that. And Erin Moore, I prefer the flake though, but I really do enjoy Erin Moore flake as well. I said it was very spicy, could be. All right, well, I think I'm gonna call it for now. I need to get another coffee, get something to eat. I might venture into the workshop, see if I can hobble into there, maybe just sit around in there, maybe fix up one of these brackets and see how it goes. So I'm going to wish you all well. Perhaps I'll catch you a bit later on now that I'm kind of stuck at home, so I might well get back on a bit later on. Thanks for joining, everybody. Catch you on the next one.